Pope Francis is making his appearance on the front of iconic rock magazine Rolling Stone. This makes him the first pope to ever be featured there. Pope Francis also appointed Reverend David John Walkowiak, the Bishop of Grand Rapids. He joins us live this morning on Daybreak. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome. Happy to be here.
Our first time talking to you. So Pope Francis, his popularity is really huge, and we want to know how that's affecting the Catholic Church here in West Michigan and all around the world.
Well, Pope Francis and what he is doing is captivating everybody by many of his acts of simplicity, his authentic simplicity, and of course that's causing us in the church to look very closely at the way, in a sense, we're doing business.
Okay.
And certainly his message has an authentic ring to it, and I think that's the attractiveness of this man, is that he's very simple, he's very much what you see is what you get, and he's filled with joy. And many of the things that concern us and that we're interested in just don't seem to have the same priority with him, but his priorities are true and accurate.
Is he bringing people back to the church, have you found?
I have, it's hard to estimate, but I certainly know from meeting a lot of people that what we're seeing is, and what I'm experiencing is, people are saying, I like your Pope. And we love Pope Francis, and everybody's watching him. He's been Pope now since March, and people are still following him. I mean, almost every day in the media, we're seeing what Pope Francis is saying or doing, and that has really, I think, shedding a lot of light on the truth of the gospel and the good news that he has to share in his position.
I have found, just on social networking, I spend a lot of time on social networking and just communicating with viewers and people in West Michigan and around the country. He seems to be popular with not only Catholics, but Christians, atheists, agnostics, all kinds of people. Is that a positive thing for the Catholic Church?
It is. What we really need to do, and Pope Francis is telling us to do in the church, is get out into the streets, go outside the walls, get out there and tell people about the truth of the gospel, tell them about the experience of the love of Christ, and show them what it means to be with a community that loves and follows his example.
Let's talk about you. You've been here for less than a year. This is the first time we've sat down to talk to you. How are things going for you here in Grand Rapids in West Michigan?
I like it very much. If it wasn't for the license plates, I'd think I was in Ohio. In the sense that it's Midwest. It's a real good fit for me. Ohio is a Great Lakes state. I grew up along Lake Erie. And of course we have beautiful Lake Michigan, just 25 miles or so to the west. And so I really like it here. The people have been very friendly and supportive. And I'm very blessed. It wasn't my idea to come here. The Holy Father appointed me here, but I'm very happy to be here. And I really think that our church can add to the positive energy that I find here in the Grand Rapids area. Any
goals or missions specific to West Michigan that you're working on?
Well, one of the things that we certainly did at the end of last year was we had an initiative called We're Always Here and You're Always Welcome. And of course what that is getting out the good news about the love of Christ. And I think our hearts, all of our hearts, are wired for love. And we believe that God is love, and so our hearts will be restless until we're in contact with the love of God. And I think that one of the places that you can find that is within the community of believers, that is the church. And so that was an important thing. This week we're celebrating Catholic Schools Week, which is a very important way in which the church wants to see to it that our young people learn how to pray, turn to the Lord, know the Lord's love, and can share that love with each other and make a positive influence not only within the church but outside the church.
Important messages.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Very happy to be here.
Excellent.